Hi guys, it's Scott here from Radio Shop. What we're going to do in this video is we're going to look at basically your radio not connecting. Whether that's through Motorola MOTOTRBO CPS 2.0, whether that's when you're using a Hytera radio or a Kenwood radio. It's normally similar faults. There's a couple of key issues. The first one is make sure you use a proper cable. I can't stress enough, use original cable from the manufacturer. It's been designed to work. If you buy cheap ones off eBay or Amazon, a lot of them don't work and you have a lot of driver issues. The main example we get is with Motorola radios. People have bought a radio, they go to read the radio, so they open up the CPS software. They go to read at the top, it comes up with unable to detect issue. You then check the settings, you can't find what's going on. So the three things you want to look at is one, the actual cable, make sure it's a genuine cable. Yeah. Second one is the actual radio itself. Make sure it's charged, at least half charged. Yeah. And the third one is the drivers. You need to make sure these are all correct in setting. But years ago in software, you used to be able to select the COM port. So if you had any problem, that's how you would find it. Nowadays, you can only do that on Hytera and Kenwood. Motorola normally doesn't do it. Reason being, I'll be honest with you, the drivers seem to work with Motorola. The key thing is, one, make sure your system updates are on as well. A lot of people don't update the computer, so when the cable attaches to it, you haven't got the drivers on your computer, so it'll never work. The downside of that is if you do update your drivers, what you normally find is, if you update your drivers and you suddenly, prime example, I'll plug in a radio now. And what we get here, if you look at the COM ports, is we get a driver issue saying it does not support Windows 11. And then if I try another issue, another radio, yeah, it's saying this is not a prolific driver. So you're stuck there with radios you can't actually use. The secret is to make sure, let me plug that one back in for you, is to make sure you've got the right driver or the ability to backdate the driver. Now, I did actually create an article on this. Let me find it. We have the driver online. It's completely free. Go on there, add it to cart. I used to be able to send a link, but because of the server we can't. You've just got to enter your details. I'm not bothered about collecting data or anything like that. All I ask is, if you do use the driver and it is successful, if you can just write a review, please, on Trustpilot, be much appreciated. I've gone through here, I've done the text, we've probably sold about 200, well, we haven't sold, we've gave away 200 of this driver when people have downloaded. It'll explain everything you need to do here. What we're going to do is basically make a video on it, because I keep getting requested to do it, and I keep having to make the video anyway. So we've got a radio, we've plugged it in, it's not working. On this example, I'm going to use a Hytera radio. We go to program, view, go to COM port on the radio. You see here none of them are highlighted. The key one is to open up Device Manager if you haven't got it already open, which is right click on the Windows sign on Windows 11, hit Device Manager, it'll then bring it up. I've already got the other one open, I'm going to close that. Go down to COM ports, you then see what the issue is. The key one here is you need to uninstall the driver and go and backdate it. So all we're going to do here is uninstall driver. Attempt to remove the driver from this device. Yeah. What sometimes it does is it'll reboot, as in it'll reload and then download another driver, so make sure you delete it. You might have to do it a few times. We'll close this for now, cancel, it closed. Now what we're going to do is find the actual driver. I've got it here on the screen. Like I said, I'll put the link below in the comments. Please subscribe to the channel as well, help it grow. What we're going to do is extract all to here. It's always a zip file. Comes down, install the driver. Yes. Repair. Restart computer later. I would always recommend restarting computer. Obviously I'm making the video, so I'm trying to do it now. What we're going to do now is connect the radio again. What you'll find is now it actually comes up as COM port 5, so if we open the software, so we've opened the software. Now when we go to COM port, we'll see it's COM port 5, hit OK. Now we can read the radio. What we'll find is, if you update the drivers, it'll normally work across all the radios. What sometimes happens is you do Windows Update later on, and then you've got to go through this process again. It's quite frustrating, but a lot of people sit there for hours trying to figure out why they can't read or write to the radios, and this is the reason. Another important one is when you are actually reading or writing to a radio, make sure the battery's half charged, make sure it's powered on as well, and make sure you use a proper cable. After we do this one, the Hytera one, I'll plug the Motorola in, then we'll read the Motorola as well. So that's that read now, so that's all working. Plug the Motorola. Make sure it's on. You can hear it connect. Go to the CPS. Hit read. It's now going to read the code plug. If you have any questions or problems, you know, managing to update the driver, please put it in the comments. I'll get back to you. The next episode will be on how to program a Motorola radio, and we'll go through the channel configuration from start to finish. So please subscribe, and any issues, look at the comments and the links below. We do sell genuine programming cables for Hytera, Motorola and Kenwood. So if you do need a cable, please get in touch. Thank you for your time.